Hey guys, welcome back to the channel. So in the previous interview, I don't know why I said interview. Sorry, my brain's been on Interview with a Vampire lately because I've been binge watching it again. And I'm still waiting for season 2 in the UK, which I think it may have started and I've just got to sit and watch it. Anyway, in the previous episode, it ended with the wedding where the princess had a secret goblin lover and she agreed to marry him, and the Martav Empire was basically like, "You're really leaving me for him?" And she was like, "What?" And then it ended where basically Petrarch was like, "Screw you for not picking us. We're going to declare war on you." And so that was the end of part 1. And we're going to continue with part 2.
News about the war. On the front lines, our homegrown heroes are holding toe-to-toe against the pungent Petradians. But back in the barracks, folks from home and away are signing up to do their part. You might even find the odd Petradian joining our ranks to fight against their own. Go get 'em, soldier. And get 'em once for me. Talk to your local Godshed operator about how you can join the Sprawl Army today. Join the Sprawl Army today.
The sprawl needs you. That's what that's giving.
Any questions?
Did you see my dad? He was there. He looked okay.
Lil's dad signed up for the army. So Lil's just like living at home, having to provide for everything by herself?
No, I meant questions about the new drafting procedure. It was in the weekly update video.
You mean the propaganda video?
Lil, you're onto something.
You know what propaganda is?
He really is just like, this child has a brain.
I didn't until I watched that video.
Listen, people are going to come up asking about joining the army. It's your job to decide if they're a good fit, especially considering who else is coming to enlist that day.
I thought my job was to decide who to let pass the gate.
That's also your job. This is wartime. You have to do 2 things now.
Do you know what's just popped into my head? It's giving, Man-Wearing and Pike from Dance
I wish my
Army.
dad was here. He'd show me how to get out of doing 2 things.
Up until now, we've tolerated a 2-star average with you, guardsmen. Not anymore. We are dancing on a knife's edge here, so now you have to maintain a 2.5-star average, or it's game over. Oh, and if you don't draft the right people, we could lose the war. Also game over.
Great.
Wait,
Fantastic.
figuratively or literally?
Both.
Oh my god.
So we really have to be careful.
Well, I'm gonna go.
You're just gonna leave after dropping something that heavy on me?
He's like, yeah, sure, bye-bye.
Fine, I'll stay.
Actually, I'm starting to see the appeal of your first plan.
I thought you might. Goodbye, Lil.
Why don't you go sign up for the war? The Royal Writ. After months of this siege, the Sprawl's resources, namely its food stores, have reached a new dangerous low. If a guard discovers any means to improve our dwindling food supply, you are to contact either myself or Lieutenant Striker. Fail to contact leadership will reflect it in your star ranking. Related, any individuals or groups coming from outside the Sprawl who will burden our meagre food supply are to be carefully vetted. Like with item 1, the decision to admit anyone who fits this description should be run by either Ash or me. Best of luck to those becoming responsible for drafting individuals for service on the front lines. Remember, there's always more than meets the eye. And although it may seem like sending more people to the fray is the right idea, that is not always the case. Hey guard, Oz. I'm breaking a new assistant down here in the dungeon. Go easy on him if you get him when you call. Sure. Okay, I feel like it's going to be very important that all like the big stuff like these have... I've got enough to put like... Okay. We're going to begin and we're going to see what happens. Okay, who are you?
Excuse me, ma'am. Is this the place where a fella could sign up to join that war that's going on?
It is. Why? Do you know someone who's looking to sign up?
Sure do, ma'am. His name is Elmer John, and you're looking at him. I'm talking about me, ma'am.
Yeah, I got that.
Have you got any previous experience, though?
Now what's a guy like you doing wanting to fight in a war like this?
I fight for one thing and one thing only. My one and only love, Glory Ann.
Who is
Glory and what?
Glory Ann Smith.
That's two things.
What is?
Glory and Smith. And technically one's a person.
And I love that person.
How does Smith feel about this?
I'm not quite sure. I think I'm lost. But Glory Ann loves me too. At least I thought she did.
What do you mean, thought she did?
Dish the details, Elmer. What happened?
Well, you see, ma'am, how it is like... It's like this, you see. It all happened this way, it was.
Elmer, faster with the dishing.
I'm sorry, ma'am.
I just want to get
It's
into
just all
it.
too painful to talk about. We were engaged to be married, and I caught her in the arms of another man, my neighbor Bosco.
The other man, he wasn't a goblin, was he?
No, why?
No reason. Just thought it might have been a trend or something.
I kind of want to truth spray him.
I can't believe Glory Ann would do me wrong like she done me, and be caught in the arms of another man. I guess I could have talked to her about it, but the minute I saw her and that love Bosco together, I jumped to the first conclusion in my head and left town to do the first thing I thought of doing. Was this the right thing to do? Yes, it's Glory Ann that did the wrong thing.
I'm gonna deny. I'm really sorry. I don't think you're gonna be great for the war effort.
I don't think I can, in good conscience, send you to the front, Elmer. Go home, find Glory Ann, and talk to her.
Yeah, maybe you're right. Maybe I was making one of those, what do you call it, hasty decisions I always make. I'll go home and see my Glory Ann, who I caught in the arms of another man, and I'll make the biggest apology banner anybody ever saw.
I think she owes you the apology,
What's
but
an apology banner?
It's the easiest way to say you're sorry. So long, ma'am. You take care now. Glory Ann, I'm a-comin'.
right, it's this
It's
guy.
you again. I remember you, the miserable wretch who saw to me the last time I came to this repulsive, simmering carbuncle of a city.
I remember you too. You're that unpleasant, obnoxious Ebenezer Scrooge knockoff.
I love it.
Yes, we have
You
met.
tell him, Lil. Okay, well, why are you here
My
today?
intention to go straight to the bank of the sprawl and have my substantial monies removed from this sinking barge of a city before the banks are overrun, or worse, sacked. Mr. Dunn just needs to hear my confirmation number, and I will have my fortune sheltered in a more rich people-friendly nation.
You're gonna want to go to Petrard.
What will happen to the BS without you?
Most likely, BS will fall in one great lump. Perhaps enough people will continue to buy into BS, but as far as I'm concerned, the people here were up to their necks in BS anyway.
We're still talking about the bank, right?
I feel like we should call Ash on this one.
That miserable old... Ah! He cannot be allowed to take his money out of the bank. If he does, BS will tumble down around us. Stop him! Convince him to reinvest his money in this brawl. Be the master interrogator I know you can be.
Oh, this is where we should have kept your gold.
You can't let the bank fail. We need that BS money to make sure the city doesn't fall.
Well, you should have thought of that before convincing the princess to turn down that delightful Prince Phineas.
Is there anything I can say to change your mind?
Save the day?
You'll totally save the day if you help the city. They might even throw a parade in your honor.
Parades? Yuck. Peasant fashion shows at best. At worst, jugglers.
I'm going to... Can I not go back at all? Where's my little doohickey? I want to restart on him. Just because I feel like we can convince him. Okay, we're back. We've done the same thing as before. But I remembered in the Royal Writ at the start, it said Malcolm, there's a chance that his new assistant will answer the phone, and it's the goblin he used to have. So let's ring Malcolm.
This is the dungeon of Malcolm the Great?
Just read the cards!
Oh, okay. This is the dungeon.
Wait, who is this?
Who is this?
Lil.
Oh, Lil! It's me, Welp!
I thought so. Listen, there's someone here I think would like to speak with you. Go ahead.
Well, is it really you?
It is, Your Grace.
Wilb,
The sad
never
music
thought I'd
is
see you
getting me.
again.
Well, we are on the phone.
How are you? Have you been treated poorly?
No one ever treated me as poorly as you, sir.
Well, that's a bit depressing. You'd think you'd want to be treated better.
I miss you, well...
I miss you too, sir.
Come, run away with me. We can leave this war behind us and start again with all of my money.
Sir, I never cared a jot for your money. I only wanted to be with you.
Oh, that is so sweet.
Oh, Wilb, my heart sings. No matter what happens to me now, I will dedicate my remaining life to you.
What about your remaining money?
I'll donate it to the poor. Just kidding, but I won't take it away with me today.
Good enough. Get in there and reunite with your friend.
Oh, that is so sweet.
Where is he? Where's that meek little slunk of a man?
Who are you?
I have no idea what you're talking about.
Did a hopelessly heartbroken fella by the name of Elmer John come by this way? Spouting a crazy notion, like running off and joining the army?
As a matter of fact, he did.
Oh, Elmer John, what have you done? Tell me, did you allow that fool to throw his life away over nothing?
I don't know if I'm allowed to tell you or not.
I have to know if you sent him off to war, because if you didn't send him, then I'd like you to send me, to get as far away from that fool as possible.
Okay, but why?
I take it you're Glory Ann.
That's me, Glory Ann.
The same Glory Ann that was caught in the arms of another man?
It's not what it looked like. And if Elmer John had stuck around for more than a second, I could have explained that to him.
So what? You're sick of these wunk-headed men getting all hot and bothered and making hasty decisions over something that could have been settled by a rational conversation?
Exactly.
Yeah, I don't think sending someone to war just because you want to get away from someone is the right idea. You're not going.
Now, I'm not doing this because I drafted Elmer John and I'm trying to keep you apart.
I understand.
And I'm not doing this because I didn't draft him and I want you two to be together.
Understood.
I'm doing this because I don't think you fully thought this through. I'm denying your recruitment into the army.
I guess I was acting a little hot under the collar there for a minute. I should go home and talk things over with Elmer and... Wait. Now will you tell me? What happened to him? Did he get drafted into the war?
He
I
did
didn't
not.
send him to the front. I think you'll find he'll be waiting for you when you get home. Big ol' apology banner and all.
Thank goodness.
Well, that's a lot better. Let's be real. I like your earrings.
Oh, hello, Lil. Isn't it an absolutely beautiful day? Sun shining, birds chirping. Why, a gobbo could almost sing about it.
Nice to see you again.
You're from the meeting.
You too.
So what brings you to this sprawl on this
I'm just
fine
coming
day?
from a conference of GLA members from different nations looking to help each other out.
The GLA sounds like it's thriving.
It sure is.
I absolutely trust you. Since Princess, they've probably been
We
doing
made
so
some
well.
major inroads with a sympathetic group of Petrardian miners. They've offered to dig tunnels that will bring food to the sprawl without anyone knowing. I hope we can get these plans to Queen Desdemona for her stamp of approval. Then we can get things underway.
Hey, return them. We've been.
You should take these to the Queen.
Okay.
I'm on my way there now.
Okay. Let's call. It was Striker or Ash. Let's call Striker.
Those tunnel plans to increase our food supplies are exactly the kind of outside-the-box thinking we need. Let him in. The city's best and brightest will go over the map, and construction will begin in no time. We have food! We have food! Well done, guardsman.
I know I shouldn't, but I can't. I want to see.
I've already seen the GLA plans.
Is there anyone else we can call? What if we call? Oh, wrong person.
Oh yeah, I remember this guy. The old two goblins in a wizard's robe grift. How are those crazy kids?
It's just the bottom half here now. Hey, Julian, how's Gary doing?
He's great. Better than great. Gary is learning to become a mage. I think he caught the magic bug playing Magnus the Magnificent.
Aww.
Good for his friend Gary. Dream big, Gabo. He's probably gonna need his own power crystal to do anything worth anything, but still, it's nice to dream.
Actually, I happen to have just the thing. The miners gave me this at our meeting as a gesture of goodwill. I don't really know what to do with it. They called it a pure, unrefined power crystal. I was gonna give it to Gary. He's been real gung-ho about his studies at the Mages Guild, and I think this would be right up his alley.
Yep, that'll do the trick. Okay, now get off the line. I'm having a problem with a phone book. If you meet anyone you think could rip it in half, call me back.
Fair enough.
Can I see it?
Sure.
Oh, I feel like this could be important, but I don't. I feel really bad doing this, but I'm gonna confiscate
Actually, Julian,
him.
I think I'm gonna yoink.
I just feel like
It's a present for Gary.
Sorry, already yoinked.
Lil, it is always a pleasure.
I'm sorry, Julian.
I hope you have a fantastic day.
I hope you do too, Julian. I hope you don't think bad of us for confiscating your crystal.
Do you really mean that?
Yeah.
I sincerely do. Keep up the great work, friend.
You've got this,
Thanks,
Julian.
Lil. You're one of the good ones.
Ash and Striker are going to be so appreciative of you.
Hey, Lil. Listen, I wanted to say I know things must be tough for you with Hamish out on the front lines and...
Thanks for checking in. I appreciate it, Cecil. I'm doing all right.
I feel like her having this job, even though she's a kid, it's keeping her busy.
That's good to hear. If you ever need someone to talk to, you know where to find me.
I'm actually not sure I do know where to find you.
Oh, well, normally it would be at the barracks, but for the foreseeable future, I'll be running security for Her Majesty Queen Desdemona. After you finish your shift, Her Majesty and the Royal Consort have asked to see you.
Oh, Cecil. Once again, we dance this dance. You come to escort me to bigger and bigger meetings. I make fun of you. Quite the team we are.
I should have stayed in school. She's meeting with some high-ranking member of the Mages Guild to discuss battle strategy. To be honest, the guild hasn't been very supportive of how Her Majesty has handled things.
Is that foreshadowing
She was
something?
looking for a bit of backup and wanted you specifically.
Well, she can count on me. I hope.
I hope so too. The fate of the Sprawl may rest in your hands.
I'm now seeing where people have said about good and bad endings, where all this is coming into
It always
play.
does, Cecil. I'll see you after my shift.
Great. Thanks, Lil. And if you write your dad, tell him we all wish him well.
I will. I know he'd love to hear it. See you later, Cecil.
I just feel bad for Lil. Like, she's a kid. She's having to do, like, grown-up jobs. A familiar group of black-clad folk approach the shed, weeping and moaning. Oh, this is the people with the cat.
You must help us, child.
We have been left without shelter.
Why, though?
It's awful.
Scarborough has fallen.
Let's
The Duchy of
interrogate them
Scarborough
more.
has been under constant siege for the majority of the war.
Those bastards!
Okay, swear warning.
Quite. We finally had to flee. We couldn't stand it any longer. We've been without food for days.
I thought it was just the sprawl that couldn't get food.
Yes, everyone is rather hungry.
I'm sure the Sprawl would have sent forces to help you if you had asked. I had no idea this was happening in Scarborough.
Yes, it all happened rather suddenly.
Shush. Laundry best kept in-house, Diddums.
They're making me question their thing. Let me truth spray them.
I still miss my beloved Sprankles. Boo-hoo!
I've been doing my best not to fantasize about poisoning my employer lately. Must not confess crimes, must resist child's powerful spray. Gah!
Excuse me, what?
All right, I did it. I lowered the bridge and let those...
Bastards?
Right, those bastards. I let them in. It was me.
So, they booted you because you're a traitor?
Oh, you sneak.
You are hereby banished from the court of Scarborough.
Prince Phineas was right. Soon the entire sprawl will fall to the might of the kingdom of Petrard. Oh, go away. Well spotted, Guardian.
Listen, I'm just doing my job.
And that's how you truth spray your way to success.
Excellent line, Malay.
But that was... Oh, never mind. Even with that settled, I'm still not sure what to do with these people.
I'm gonna call... Let's call Ash and see what she says.
Oh, my heart just breaks for the dear Duchess and the people of Scarborough. While our food supplies remain dangerously low, with the tunnel operation unlocked thanks to you, we should just be able to feed everyone, including these refugees. You may let them in.
Okie dokie, in you go. Gonna say, because that thing we had at the start was we can't take any more people in because of the food situation, but at least we fixed that.
Bless you, dear child.
Yes, thanks awfully. As I said, we are incredibly hungry.
There should be enough food for your people. We have a new plan to bring more into the sprawl.
Regardless, you are a hero in the history of Scarborough. If our lands are ever restored to us.
Well, hopefully we win the war so you get your lands back. Okay, last person of the day. Let's see where this goes.
Where do I enlist?
You're there. Here.
Then what are you waiting for? Sign me up already. The name is Bosco.
Oh, is Bosco the guy who cheated on the first guy with?
I heard that lily-livered run Elmer John came by this way, and I want to catch up with him so I can smash his head like a jug.
Okay, what if we interrogate you a little more?
Just the kind of guy we're looking for. But I'll need more than just a first name to sign you up.
Houlihan.
Okay, Bosco Houlihan. And last thing, why do you want to smash Elmer's head like a jug?
Because he's a fool.
Yeah, I can see that from the
I trust
conversation.
it's common practice to go around smashing people's heads like jugs where you're from?
Only if they're dumb enough to run away from a quality dame like Glory Ann.
Yeah, that would be my face too. I think we
So to
should
be clear,
keep
you're mad that he ran
interrogating him
away
a
from
bit.
Glory Ann?
Yes.
Because you wouldn't run away from Glory Ann if she wanted you.
Yes. But she's made it clear that she doesn't.
This little drama is wrapping up quite nicely.
It's like another plot twist like the wedding.
It will once I smash Elmer John's head like a jug.
Okay.
I don't think a head really smashes like a jug.
How would you know? Did you grow up with hundreds of jugs around the house because your father was a jugsmith?
Fair enough.
Jugsmith.
It's a real thing.
I want to question him a bit more.
Why are you stalling? Let me through. I want to go join the army so I can...
Smash Elmer John's head like a jug.
Smash Elmer's head like a jug. Yeah, I got it.
No. Well, yes, but I want to join the army so I can find my place. My purpose. Glory Ann doesn't want me. I have come to terms with that. Maybe in the army I can find some brotherhood. Some kinship with other people who maybe have signed up for the same reasons as me. A broken heart. And a desire to break heads. Like jugs.
You know what? The previous two people who came, Glory Ann and Elmer John, they were doing it for stupid reasons. You seem like you're doing it for good
Surprisingly
reason.
deep, Bosco Houlihan.
Thank you. Now let me at that rascal Elmer John and I'll tear him apart like an old hat.
First it was jugs, now it's old hats.
The hat guy would not like you. Okay, we are going to draft you. Because you seem, out of the three, the best choice.
Listen, Buster, we need you.
My name is Bosco.
Bosco, Buster, you know.
But,
Listen, Bosco, we need you.
okay, good. Look out, Elmer John. I'm coming to smash your head like a jug.
Yeah, go get him, if he's there. Honestly, I forget what I did with him.
But we didn't send him, so... yeah. True love conquers all. Way to go, Cupid. Tunnel plans are underway, so there's more food. Oh, fair enough. There's only, like, some of them were to do with the war. Okay, I think we're doing rather well. So we need to go to the war room because we're supposed to be seeing the princess after our shift.
Which is exactly why we must start using them immediately.
The risk is too great. We need more time to study the long-term repercussions.
Are they thinking of using power
A
crystals?
luxury we can ill afford.
Your Majesty, Lil has arrived.
Thank you, Cecil. Lil, thank goodness you're here. I've got a problem.
You have an opportunity, Your Highness.
You know Tyronius Athanatos, I believe.
Yep.
I've had the pleasure, I guess.
Yes, I remember this little guardsman.
And Dr. B. Have you met Dr. Beatrix von Matterhorn, Lil?
I have. She works at the hole in the ground by the edge of town.
Yes, I mean, it's an archaeological dig site, but yeah, that sounds about right.
Yeah, she's the one who gave me the chronometer 3000 on my first day.
Ah, so she does have access to power crystal technology. I might have known.
Wait, Lil has had access to power crystal technology this whole time? Maybe it's not as dangerous as we imagined. She seems fine.
I feel like we should have definitely said no.
We don't know that. It's still too early.
How long can we wait? How many brave soldiers of the Sprawl must give their lives before we use the tools we have available?
Let me fill you in on what's going on here. The Mages Guild feels that if they had access to power crystals, they could hold back the enemy and maybe even win the war outright.
Okay, so why don't they go buy some? I know a guy in an alley. You know what? I'm gonna stop there. It's starting to sound weird.
They want all the crystals. Access to every dig site and existing stockpile in order to amplify their power.
The good doctor could simply give us the blueprints. Or better yet, the working model the child has in her possession. This would allow our research to flourish in no time.
Dr. Beatrix feels that there are too many unknown variables to use it safely on a larger scale.
The Mages Guild is and always has been reckless. There's no way I'm handing my research over to you. Not until I see the full effects on my human test guinea pig here.
Oh, so we have just been a guinea pig. That's great.
Wait, what?
That's fantastic. Thank you.
Well, Lil, you've been using power crystals at the guard shed. What do you think? Are they too dangerous?
Well, we actually did come face to face with that demon thing. It is too dangerous.
Way too dangerous. I use the chronometer 3000 under very specific circumstances. You start manipulating time out there in the everyday world, who knows where it could lead?
Spoken like a scientist. Do you have a master's degree?
How many times do I have to tell you people? I'm 12.
Thank you for your counsel. I always appreciate having multiple opinions when it comes to big decisions. I have made up my mind. Dr. B will continue to oversee Lil's progress with the chronometer 3000, and it will stay out of the hands of the Mages Guild until we can be certain that it is safe to use in this war.
Then at least allow the guild access to the crystal reserve for the sake of the Sprawl's future.
For the time being, the reserve shall remain under my control.
For the time being.
I don't like that
final,
sound.
Tyronius. You will find that I am not as easily swayed by you as my father was.
Can we speak to any of them?
I'm glad calmer heads prevailed. At least for now.
I don't think he's gonna like us very much.
Why the princess listens to you, I will never understand. It's like you're the only two people in the Dead Mums Club. My mother's terrible. That should count for something. Hopefully your words will not sway Desdemona on future matters.
I'm just here to support my lady love. This choice has been eating her up inside. It's an important decision, and I want to do anything I can to help.
I think she made a good choice. With you, I mean.
Can we talk? Yes, we can.
Thanks for your insight, Lil. I'm sorry to keep putting you in this position.
There's no worries. Oh, can we have a nosy at the map? There's Five Canyon, Caladar, and of course Petrard, Marvark, and the Sprawl smack dab in the middle. This is fantastic.
Hey, you spoke well today, Lil.
He's been nice.
One more message for you today. I was instructed to tell you to head over to Malcolm's to meet the advisors. Good luck.
Great. Let's see what the hell they've got planned for us. Just ignore them and go straight home now. Well, let's go knock on Malcolm's door.
What I don't understand is why would they have summoned her to a meeting without us there? Where's the fun in that?
Without at least one of us there.
And we all know it should have been me.
You really believe that, don't you?
Oh, they're still arguing about over who should be the one to, like, help control the kingdom.
When it comes down to the serious, important things that affect this king, rather than the 2 cents of a goofy, hopped-up lunatic with questionable taste in fashion, or a lousy court jester.
She's got a point.
Ouch! We were both in the firing line on that one.
Well, all that being said, you still weren't asked to join said quorum, but she was.
And she is here.
What?
She is here. She's here. She's here. Lil is here. I really have to work on my subtlety.
You definitely do, Malcolm.
You're here. We heard you got summoned to talk to the Queen and her new choice of partner for some kind of special quorum.
How was it? Was it boring? What kind of boring things did they talk about while you were there? Tell us.
Do you know what? We'll tell them.
Well, you guys are the royal advisors. I think it's probably okay to loop you in.
Go ahead, soldier.
Well, that mage guy Tyronius was there trying to convince the queen to use my chronometer 3000 to help win the war.
Wait, your what?
My chronometer 3000. This thing. I was given it ages ago to rewind time at the guard shed and make sure only the right people got into the sprawl.
I knew something didn't add up. This is interesting intelligence, Lil.
Anyways, Dr. B was there.
Snore.
Malcolm is very bored of this,
Dr.
isn't
B was
he?
there, and she thought it was too dangerous to use, and I said it was a bad idea. And then the queen said she'd think about it. That's it.
Thank you for that briefing, soldier. This could impact our military strategy immensely.
Not to mention the implications for my spies.
And I'm Malcolm.
Malcolm's just like, I'm here. I don't know what they're talking about, but I'm here.
Can I go now?
You're dismissed.
Righty-o, let's go home. I'm gonna go see what Garby's got in the shop.
Welcome to Garby's and
Really? You mean you don't have any left?
I wouldn't have if I didn't hide a few away for my best customer.
I'm your only customer.
You were my only customer, but now that I cornered the mage market, I don't know if I'll be able to keep these crystals in stock.
And they're wanting to buy them all up, so that makes sense.
The mages didn't seem to have too much interest in the cheapo ones. Hey, by the way, before you get to shopping, this blowtorch you sold me with Fossey carved onto it, I've had the hardest time selling it. Maybe you'll want it back. Might come in handy, and I'll sell it to you for just 4 gold.
Do you know what? Go on. We'll take Fossey back. I don't want to sell that because I feel like that's going to be important. And that's us done. Okay. Let's head on in.
Lil, how goes the Battle of the Southern Gate?
Same old. How are things around here holding up?
Great! Business is better than ever. Something about war and the idea of impending doom really gets people out to the bar.
That's good?
You bet it is. If this keeps up, we'll finally be able to get this place up to code.
Then we can get rid of the rats.
We don't have rats! I mean, we do, but technically they have us.
Turns out they own the building and we just rent from them.
Okay, fair enough.
But if we make enough money, we can buy out from under them. As far as landlords go, they aren't the worst.
I could do without all the hissing.
Hey, that reminds me. Lil, you got a letter in the mail.
Is it from our dad?
How did that Never mind. A letter? From who?
From Hamish.
A letter from Dad? Gimme.
Let's see how he's doing.
Hey, Sweet Pea. How's everything back home? I'm doing okay here. I've gotten to know a lot of the guys. Then when they don't come back from battle, I get the chance to get to know a few more. I miss you. I know you might be scared right now, but don't be. It'll take tougher stuff than this little war to do in your old dad. Please let me know that you're all right, or even if you're not. I need to hear how you're doing. I love you, Lil. Dad.
Oh, that's so
Love
sweet.
You too, Dad. But what should I write back to him? If I tell him things are tough here, he might worry and get distracted in battle. But if I tell him I'm doing well, he might feel like I don't need him and then get distracted in battle. He's easily distracted. Oh boy, neither answer seems right.
Are you talking to me?
No.
No. Write him a positive one. Lil will write a letter that suggests everything is going great in order to make her father feel better. Are you sure? Yes, because I don't want anything happening to Hamish. We don't need to become Orphan Annie. Minus the singing and
There, that should do it.
Miss
Hey,
Hannigan.
Arda, mind making sure this gets to where it needs to go?
Sure thing, Lil.
Is there anyone we can talk to? Hey, it's the guy from the Goblin Ball area.
Well, if it isn't my old pal Lil.
Oh, so now you remember me.
Exactly.
Always did, kiddo. Just had to play it cool while at my legitimate place of business. My former legitimate place of business, that is.
Oh no, what happened?
Tough to say, kid. Could have been any number of things. Change in management, downsizing on account of the war.
It was probably the illegal gambling operation you were running out of the concession stand.
Tough to say, kid. Regardless, I'm here on official bookie business. I've come to collect a debt from Hamish.
Oh no, how much?
Sounds about right. How much does he owe you?
30 gold, and I've got the marker to prove it.
Sorry, I don't have that kind of money on me. Either come back tomorrow and I'll see if I have the money, or wait for Hamish to come back from the war.
Both those options sound lousy. Tell you what, let's forget the debt altogether. But tell Hamish I ain't taking any more of his markers. See you around.
Well, maybe doing that is actually going to stop him from, you know, gambling. Let's talk to our friend.
Shh, Lil, I'm being discreet. Isla bet me 5 gold that I couldn't steal a bottle of fizzy when Arda's distracted.
How are you planning to do that?
I figure if I wait long enough, one of the rats will bite her and she'll freak out and maybe run around a bit.
Solid plan.
I feel like we should snitch.
We're all thinking of your dad, Lil.
Well, I don't think there's anything else to do, so let's go to bed for the night.
I think I've done everything I need to do. But are you sure you're ready to hit the hay?
Yep. I'm ready to hit the hay. Okay guys, thank you so much for watching, and I will see you in the next episode. Bye.